Blue-black control here. It's a list that posted a 5-0 in a Moto League in one of the first data dumps. Yep, the competitive best of 3 is free to play. Y'all are best. I love all the people that tagged already. This community rocks. Yeah, and the gold you earn, you can use to purchase booster pack. I believe booster packs are 1,000 gold. Don't think I can keep a hand without a blue source in it. This hand is slow, but we're on the play. I'd probably keep this even on the draw because I have a scry, but on the play, I'm going to bottom a non-black source, I appreciate it. Blow my mentions up. This is wine. I'm using wine 1.7 staging. VMs tend to not work well for applications that are actual video games with 3D. I can get behind Jeff's streaming standard. Thank you for the biddies, Moogie. We've had good numbers today. And we had the video that I posted last night with Blue-Red Standard had good numbers on YouTube. So if we continue to have good numbers for standard stuff, we might get up to 2 days a week, especially depending on how many donation decks we get for it. Stunt the bum with that brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Jeskai control. All right, so we got a control mirror. Settle in, chat. This is gonna be a long one, probably. We were at 1,200 at one point earlier today. SCG fired up their thing, so that hurt our numbers a little bit. That's fine. Like I said, it's not just the live numbers. The YouTube numbers are honestly a lot of the time more important than live numbers. No, actually, I didn't have to use any wine tricks or anything. This is just a vanilla wine 3.17 staging. I haven't posted the clip yet, Big Mama. I'm gonna have to manually clip it and upload it to my YouTube channel. So don't want that against a control deck. The turn clock is kind of sweet. I kind of like it. So if I play this, they get to Teferi next turn. That's probably not worth it. Incorporating modern would be a bad idea. They'd have to incorporate Godtron. Yes, it's really awesome that once they've revealed their hand, you get to like look at these cards. The fact that they have Chemister's Insight here could really bury us. This card's just been absurd. Also, this is a good example here. I guess my ad banner's blocking it here. They have Chemister's Insight up here to the left that you can kind of see, and their hand gets big. Maybe I need to put my ad banner in a different spot for this layout. More Arena. Now let's just have an Eternal format. I am really looking forward to Arena getting a non-rotating format next year. 100 bits is the minimum to make the Jester dance. Seems like a good amount. If people want to spam dollars, I'm okay with them spamming dollars. They have a lot of cards. Yeah. Wrong half problem game 1 for control decks, especially in the mirrors, is a real thing. And these jumpstart cards actually help them kind of mitigate that wrong half problem a little bit, right? They let you turn cards that are otherwise bad against a control deck into real cards. So I am 1 mana short of Doom Whisperer plus Hold Up Sabotage here. I can, however, play the Chupacabra. Play my 4 mana 2/2. Your move, Yugi boy. I don't know how you're ever gonna beat this. Dance for my nickels. Throw the nickels at my feet. And like, while it seems trading for lightning, oh gosh, that's a risk factor. All right, well, I mean, take action. Would you like to have a deal 4? Take action. I really wish these take action and not buttons said what the action was going to do. I really wish it said like take 4 damage, draw 3 cards, make that interface a little bit more clear. I think there's definitely a lot of room for potential confusion with how that interface is set up. Dream Eater. All right, so that gets to resolve. And this card is sweet. We have a couple of these. That animation was awesome. So they surveil 4, and then they can return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Do I want to just Chupacabra this next turn? I think so. I think I want to hold the Vraska's Contempt for a Planeswalker that slips through. It means I have to take a hit for 4 next turn, but I think that's fine. If they have a bunch of risk factors in their deck, taking this hit for 4 could be really dangerous, though. The Chupacabra is hungry, opponent. And Dream Eater's on the menu. Sabotage. All right, I think I have to fight over this here. Oh, geez. Wait, how do I target? Is this targeting my Chupacabra? How do I know what I'm targeting? Why is it like drawing a line over to it? Am I clicking? Is this right? Am I going to target my thing? Oh, this is showing me that their Sinister Sabotage is targeting my Chupacabra. Got it? I was like, because when I highlighted their Sabotage, it's highlighting my thing. So I was confused. It makes sense when I think about it. It's showing me the target for their Sabotage. I now understand. It's showing me the target for their target. Did I not put the land in the bin? Yeah, I put the land in the bin. The land is under the Sinister Sabotage. So they get to stick the Hero of Dominaria here, but hopefully I get to Vraska's Contempt it. I guess I could have... I guess if I would have kept the Watery Grave, I could double Contempt next turn, but I think I'm just hoping they don't have a counterspell here. So if I hit control, it puts full control on. Okay, so if I click here, it's gonna let me stop on their upkeep. Is it stopping on their upkeep when I click here? Does anybody know? How does that work? Did you try put it in a virtual desktop or a tutor? I'm not running mine full screen. I'm running mine windowed. So set your wine CFG to a virtual desktop. Both these cards are great actually, so this can just stay right there. I'm gonna hit them here because hopefully we're killing Teferi with Vraska's Contempt. It stops on their draw and upkeep. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, Disinformation Campaign seems sweet. So this card, when it comes into play, they discard a card and we draw a card. Let's see if this resolves before I make a decision point here. Yeah, it's not good for our hero, chat. So it automatically gets rid of your extra copies of cards. It turns them into progress towards your vault, which turns into more wild cards eventually. It doesn't turn them into wild cards 1 for 1, but in a much smaller percentage. Wait, that card does damage to a player? Oh, did they kick it? Is that what happened? Does that card kick? It does when kicked? That's obscene. That's really good. We have a couple of sideboard cards for control decks. Exile target creature for graveyard. When you surveil, if it's your graveyard, you pay 3 life if you do. Wow, that card's really good. Oh, that's like really good. What does this do? It deals combat damage to a player. Look at the top 3 cards that play. Exile face down. Yeah, that's good. Is there like, do we literally just have like 16 sideboard cards for a control deck? I guess we have a lot of main deck cards that are bad here. Ace Faithless, thank you for the 4-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. What risk factor will replace a blur tempo? I don't know offhand. Oh, it's Chemister's Insight too. Exile any card, yep. All right, I need to cut 2 more cards here. The sub-Adodo animations they're really good. I'm gonna cut this because their deck is full of lightning strikes. The black-green rock deck, I think, is my favorite deck we've played today. We played against a Boros aggro deck that looked pretty impressive on the other side of the table, but it's not something we've played yet. This hand is great. Thought Erasure into Disinformation Campaign should just, like, thoroughly bury them. What's the best time to buy Shocklands for Standard? When you want to play them. Yeah, those are permanently there. We've not played against Green White. So I am glad we have discard spells. Their deck is sweet. I would like another Disinformation Campaign, thank you. Who's ready to bury them in 2-for-1s? So I didn't play the Lich today. I think Doom Whisperer is better than the Lich on average. It just closes games so much faster and has a bigger board presence. Burying people with 2-for-1s is all I want to do in my life, right, Larinax? And like, this card, it doesn't just 2-for-1 them. Whenever you surveil, this card returns itself to our hand, which is just like thoroughly absurd. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. I can't decide if I want to spend $100 and buy the blue-red deck in paper or on Arena. What should I do? I mean, I would decide what your goal is while playing Magic, Gengar. If your goal while playing Magic is a social activity, then you should buy the deck in paper. If your goal is to just play a buck ton of Magic because Magic is awesome, you should definitely build it on Arena. Arena is much, much better for grinding and getting to play a lot of Magic. You play Blood Operative with a Surveil, it will trigger that spell. So this is an easy Banefire. So I can counter this stuff free. And if the Sabotage resolves, I get both my Disinformation Campaigns back. Oh god, Doom Whisperer just sits there and bounces my Disinformation Campaigns? That is so absurd. The queue is still slowed at the moment. Hopefully by next week. Doom Whisperer is very good. I think I'm just jamming him here. Speaking of, last game they didn't show us Ionize. They showed us what's it called? They showed us so the Surveil counterspell, Sabotage. There's the Ionize. And now they're gonna rip the 5th land and just destroy us. They didn't rip the 5th land. God bless. Alright, I'm gonna try again here. Man, that's kind of a tilt. They just have like, they must have a ton of counter spells post board. Dodge the 5th land again, which is awesome. Lifelink seems great in this matchup too. How do you feel now about having at least one Unmoored Unmoored Ego is not the type of card you put in a main deck. Unmoored Ego is a very specific type of targeted hate. Does Blood Operative put some pressure on them to be able to do stuff? This can't be countered. I probably need a way to deal with this Niv Mizzet, my 75. Oh, I have Vraska's Contempt. That's perfect. I forgot about that one. Oh, look at that. Little bit of disinformation here. Should we call this card Fox News for short? Is that okay? Can we call this card Fox News? All right, let's play another one. Oh my god! Oh yeah, yeah, I've got a discovery going on. Woo! And a Thought Erasure! Oh baby! Give me my Fox News back. Give me my Fox News back. Oh yeah, pick them up. Pick them up. Pick them up. This is disgusting. This is I don't know if this deck is good. I don't know if this deck is good, but it is certainly sweet. All I want to do is draw cards. This is a little bit of disinformation goes a long way. Well, that's weird. You only have 2 cards left? Strange. Strange. I think I have to kill this, right? I just have to kill this. It makes me sad that I can't play the other Disinformation Campaign and take their last card away. But... oh, they get to kill my thing? Sure. Sure. He's dead, Jim. He's dead. Goodbye, 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 guy. I should have attacked first. I'm gonna be honest and tell you I didn't know what Niv Mizzet's full text box was. How about we lead on Duress? That's fine. So we Disinformation Campaign first, and then we Thought Erasure and get it back. Oh, is this legal to show on Twitch? Are they gonna take my? Are they gonna take my? My what's it called? Are they gonna take my license away? Can we continue streaming this? Just all right. Last card. Bin it. Bin it. I'm gonna leave Sabotage up here. You know what the worst part about this is? At some point we have to actually win the game. At some point I have to stop drawing cards and win the game, and it is very, very sad. I think I just let that happen. I tapped wrong. I should have left the memory up. I should have left my Folly up. I don't think I want to counter that. I think I'd rather counter whatever they do next. That is some good, clean living right there. Oh, what if I countered your spell and then got back 3/2 for once for free? Oh, and I took this land that was on top of my deck and I discarded it because I didn't want to draw it. How do we win? Like that. Like that. You stare deeply into your opponent's soul and go, are we done here? We're done here? Good, excellent. Just making sure we're done here. For anybody that was wondering how you win the game, I hope that's now been made abundantly clear. Unlike the last few decks we played today, this deck list is not mine. We pulled this from a 5-0 league list. It's a hoot, though. Got a few more matches with this. Going to game 3 here against this Jeskai control opponent. Win the game by breaking their spirit over. Woo! I mean, you just like, you can't mulligan an opening hand that has Disinformation Campaign, right? I think splashing colors is bad. I think people like to splash colors when they shouldn't. Alright, so they're holding up Ionize here. I think I'm okay letting them Ionize this Thief of Sanity. They shocked in Sacred Foundry. So, shock in Sacred Foundry is interesting. I think I'm going to slam the Disinformation Campaign here, because this way if they have a counterspell, they then don't get to play their draw 2 this turn. And if they untap and play Teferi, I'm okay with that because I have Vraska's Contempt. And if they don't untap and play Teferi, slamming Fox News here is just absurd for us. Interesting that they just keep shocking here. I think we're ahead at the moment, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pass back here. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird that they're shocking their land to get the game over faster. Here's open. All right, so this is a great example of what you want to do in a control mirror. Hit your land drops. I would like to sabotage the crap out of that because it returns this Disinformation Campaign to my hand. I'm going to leave Watery Grave on top of my deck because my hand is awesome and I would just like to make land drops. Auto tap there was fine. Auto tap there was more than fine. It tapped 2 islands and my dual land. I don't have another island here. Alright, I'm gonna shock this in. So I would like to hold 2 counter spells up here. Can my 2-for-1 resolve, please? Yeah, just give me the cards. Give me them sweet, sweet cards. Inject them right into my veins, chat. Give me that sweet, sweet. Thanks for the great content, as always. Check the Blue-Red Crow list. You tweeted yesterday for a spin and had fun. Awesome. Just mono self-shocks. How about a little bit more Fox News in your life? Deal. So mine's gonna resolve here. I don't really need a land at this point. I'd prefer a blue source, right? And then this other Disinformation Campaign is gonna pop back up to my hand here. If this draws a blue source, I can hold up Sabotage this turn still. And like most of their scary things get answered by Contempt, so I'm pretty happy with that. They have Settle the Wreckage in their deck? Really?
To the nth power. Hope we get something good.
Yeah, you're cheeky and edgy, Ral. We get it. Disdainful Stroke's a great pickup here. So I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana altogether here. So I can't Contempt Information Campaign and hold up Stroke. So I think, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to not play my other Disinformation Campaign out just yet. Because I need to Contempt this, I need to Contempt this Ral Zarek. Oh, wow. I let them untap, which let them double counter. I guess I have another Vraska's Contempt, but that feels bad. Yeah, I guess I should have done this on my turn to play around the double counter. We're still in a pretty decent spot, right? Like we get to next turn we get to Information Campaign plus Contempt this.
Choose wisely, because the other one's going bye-bye.
They got a lot of looks at another counterspell here, though. Second Contempt's actually great here, because it means if they draw something good next turn while I'm tapped out here, I get to go ahead and exile it. Since I'm short, I'm playing a Disdainful Stroke here. Perfect. I think that us getting to untap there means we're probably going to win this game. Remember that time my Doom Whisperer drew 2? And they're at 12 here from all those shocks they took earlier, so like this 6/6 closes very quickly. They tapped off of white when they cast that. I wonder if that was intentional. Or if the auto tapper got them. When you bin Blood Operative with... Okay, that's hot. They don't have Settle mana up, so I guess I'll attack first. Ionize, sure. Can we run this one back? Yeah, for sure. Definitely gonna be. We're gonna play this one through the end of the day today, Laird X. This will be our last deck of the day. So So I'm gonna keep playing for another hour and a half or so. This was impressive. Will I be streaming tonight? I will not be. Tonight's gonna be family time and hanging out with my wife. I will be back tomorrow morning, but we will be playing Modern tomorrow. We're going back to Excel spreadsheets in the morning. Details on how deck submission works can be found at this link here. How many more matches am I doing with this? I'm gonna play till about 3:15 or so. So the nice thing about this application is I'm not locked into playing a league. I can just play on the constructed ladder, so we can just be flexible about how much we play and just play for a given time period. This format seems sweet. And again, remember, all formats seem sweet at the start. The key is going to be, you know, after we beat into it with a few opens and a few Grand Prix and a Pro Tour, does it feel like it remains sweet? And I actually just want both of these, right? I already have like a bunch of lands lined up here. Opponent's playing Esper. So Standard just rotated. So Standard officially rotates in paper this Friday. It's already rotated on Arena and Magic Online. So this is the format that we have. That's why it's fresh, because it just rotated. What does Chromium do? Is that like a mirror breaker that's going to destroy me? Flash can't be countered, Dragon.
This isn't a fight you can if you hurry.
I feel like these control matchups have to just be infinitely better for us post-board. We have to like call these stupid Chupacabras and stuff out of our deck. So I think I'm gonna just pass here and give them another card out of the Teferi. And then my plan is to end step Dream Eater, try and bounce this so we can counter on the way back down. And then I assume this might not resolve, and then we could potentially Vraska's Contempt this next turn if they don't have double counter spell. That's true. Disinformation Campaign does make it a good bit weaker. Really? This resolved. Interesting. Definitely seems like a Mirror Breaker style card. I think I'm in for some land drops there. I really love that the unconditional discard spell in this format costs 2 mana and is blue-black. I love that Thoughtseize and what's it called just like aren't things. Thoughtseize and Inquisition. Those cards are very annoying in Modern. That effect costing 4 mana is ideal. Or costing 2 mana is ideal, sorry. These animations, they are very good. I like the animations a lot. Oh, you know what? I stacked the lands on top of my deck wrong. I should have put the Watery Grave on top because I don't need a fourth untapped land here. Since I already had 6, I should have left the Watery Grave on top.
Enough.
I'm actually going to draw enough cards here that I'm going to bin this now. I was not expecting that to work. What did they discard last time? I discarded a Ritual of Soot. So you can see here, MTG Arena prioritizes leaving Field of Ruin up, which is useful in some matches, but like in this position, it's not. So I manually tapped it there. I'm just going to hold up Sinister Sabotage here.
No more games.
Hey, Sarah. Hey, Jeff, Martyr Reanimator, like we discussed. Definitely. Can you ping me on Discord again to remind me that that's the list? I'd be happy to add that. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate that. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Can we talk about how I'm going to take 3 cards out of their hand this turn? I'm going to do this, take a card, Thought Erasure, take a card, play Fox News again and take their last card. Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo-hoo! This is, oh yeah, just... Gobble, gobble. Oh, look at that. You ran out of cards, opponent. How do you intend to play Magic the Gathering without any cards, though? Did you know that this game is easier when you have a lot of cards in your hand? Did you consider playing a deck that could potentially allow you to have a lot of cards in hand? What if I paid 2 health to draw a card? This card is the real deal. Don't mind me, just generating unstoppable card selection and advantage. Nothing to see here. I'll just be over here drawing cards. This deck makes me feel dirty, real dirty, like the kind of dirty you can't wash off. It is certainly something. Big demon smash. So I don't have any counterspells in my hand anyways here. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put this Chupacabra into play. Just like play a 2/2 out, get him on a 2-turn clock here. He's dead already! Stop killing him! I like the part where we're still playing Magic. That's my favorite part about this game, the fact that they haven't conceded. So they're gonna get to, like, Doomblade my 6/6? Sure. I did not get an account with all the cards on it. I gave Wizards of the Coast a bunch of their money back. So Wizards of the Coast gave me many digits of dollars as a sponsored stream through the Twitch bounty board. And I decided to give them a bunch of that money back so we could play Constructed. I could Craving in response to gain some health. That's true. Chat, there's only 20 cards left in my deck. I think we might be in a real risk of decking out here. This deck might need more win conditions in the main. Oh no! They drew 2 cards. How will we ever keep up with this card advantage? Yeah, we have a 5 mana 6/6. That's an answer to Carnage Tyrant. Oh no, not Teferi.
Let's slow this right on schedule.
Gobble gobble.
Hold that thought.
Listen, chat, we're gonna be fine, okay? Look, like we've got the Chupacabra is here. It's bringing the beatdowns. Just appreciate not winning the game. Everybody who's worried about winning the game, you don't understand why these decks are great. Worry about winning less. Yeah, that animation is absurd. Yeah, oh, that's the point. That's we can no longer win. Got it. Got it. Alright, so we get to cut all of our cards that are terrible in the control matchup, which we have a good number of. The Chupacabra, the Ritual of Soot. We get to bring in these strokes, and these negates, and these duresses, and these Thief of Sanities, and these Blood Operatives. I have to click back to here to see how many cards are in my deck. Stream meter good enough. I trimmed Doom Whisperer last time. If I'm a current Prime sub, do I have to wait for it to expire before I can sub to a higher tier? No, you can always upgrade your sub, Priest of Gix. If you click on the sub button, it should give you an upgrade option. I'm gonna trade Doom Whisperer since I'm bringing in cheaper threats and I want to hold up more counter magic, I think. What else am I cutting here? Last time I cut a Dream Eater. I mean, I'm leaving in 4 Contempts. Yeah, I guess Vraska's less good here because they don't have Niv Mizzet. Oh, they had Lightning Strike last time. Yeah, you're right. Dream Eater's good. If you have Linux installed on your Chromebook, you can run Arena. So, I'm actually running Arena on Linux using Wine right now. Runs fine. Unity applications tend to run pretty well through Wine on average. Hey, oi, Dennis. Thank you for the 2-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for re-upping and keeping me employed here for another month. Welcome to everybody this afternoon. Got 1,000 people hanging out while we play some Arena. Dipping into some Standard here. We're going to be doing Standard at least once a week here. So there's a lot of sweet things going on in this deck. We were planning on playing standard anyways, and I'm really glad I did. And then we were playing on here. Wow, their hand must be terrible if they're just using this as a scry too. Hopefully we can force through this disinformation. Wow. Wow, that's, oh, they have a chromium. Who wants to bet that the chromium's gonna get discarded before they get to it? Anybody a gambling person? I guess they could counter this. Nope. Earlier I saw 1.2k viewers. I really hope standard has success like modern. I hope so too. I think Kent wanted to play some standard. So Kent's gonna be visiting. I think he's flying in tomorrow, and Kent's gonna be on stream for Thursday and then Monday and Tuesday next week. Maybe we'll do a little bit more standard on Thursday when Kent is here. That's another disinformation campaign. Yep. Yeah, this is probably going to be the pick of the day. It was black-green rock before this, but this deck's been kind of absurd. It's been truly absurd. And like next turn we get to like Thought Erasure them once or twice and like pick these information campaigns back up. Just like the jumpstart cards are next to their hand to let you know effects that your opponent has access to. A Priest of Gix upgrading to that tier 3 sub. I really appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for the support and keeping me employed here. Remember, tier 3 subs are exempt from the queue slow. If there's anything you'd like to see added, let me know. Disdainful Stroke. I'm actually digging for lands here at this point, right? So I'm gonna bin that. And then this puts my Disinformation campaigns back to my hand, which means I'm gonna take their Isolated Chapel away. And I feel safe tapping out here to get rid of their land because we have Vraska's Contempt to deal with a Planeswalker if they draw it. So I want to keep them off of lands because if I keep them off of lands, it makes Chromium much less useful. So Blood Operative here is going to threaten to exile their Chemister's Insight from their discard pile. And then I'm going to get to Disinformation Campaign. Oh, they actually didn't keep the card. Yes, take action. This card's sweet too. It exiles that stuff. Wow, this has been... Love what you use of your... Okay, well, I appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoy the YouTube stuff. The YouTube gets a lot of use around here. The fact that this runs people out of lands in the control mirror is also insane. It's gonna hold up Negate here. Dead Eye Tracker. Gets me my information campaigns back. Yeah, today's been a good stream. I'm glad that I took the bounty off the bounty board to agree to play this. Can I interest you in discarding another card? How about me drawing another card? These are a few of my favorite things. They have a Nexus of Fate in their deck, sure. Yeah, it feels like we're pretty far ahead in the control mirror with this deck. I'm just gonna keep holding counterspells up here. I could jam the Thief of Sanity, but I'm just gonna keep holding counterspells. I mean, going under this card is probably a good way to beat it. That's probably how you beat this card. I assume they brought this in to name Disinformation Campaign, but Fox News has already taken over this game, so... Wait, what'd they take? They took Thief of Sanity? Really? Sure? Don't mind me, I'll just be over here drawing cards. Good, good, excellent. When you surveil, if it's in your discard pile, you may pay 3 life. Yep, that resolves. So we'll cast Thought Erasure for no value this turn. And by no value, I mean we're going to surveil 1, pick that up, pick these up. You know, just like no value, really. There's no value at all in casting this Thought Erasure. Why do I need to play a deck on Magic Online to know if it's actually good? What's the difference between playing Magic Online and doing what I'm doing here? Articulate yourself. We need Reliquary Towers. Can't even hold all of these cards. Yeah, Blood Operative seems sweet. It's like good in these grindy matchups, and it's probably decent against people that get under us, right? Because it's just like, it's lifelink. Yeah, that's exactly, I was ready to time people out when they fired up and started to be elitist dicks, telling me about how Magic Online is more competitive and nobody who plays on Arena knows how to play Magic Online. I'm gonna sit here and stroke my own ego. Well, I'll tell you about how competitive the Magic Online players are. Get out of here. I'm sick of that nonsense. There's a lot of that. You hear that Magic Online players too, when you like how impressive the competitive leagues are versus the friendly leagues. You hear it in paper events, how Grand Prix are so much more competitive than SCG Opens. Just like, I get it. You want to feel smart and say that only smart people play in the events that you play in, sure. Yeah, that's actually also very true. Like, people talking about how competitive things can be, an actual ladder on average probably gets you more competitiveness than playing against random people in leagues, right? Like, anybody can join a league. When you get to the top of the ladder on here, it's other people who worked their way up there. I think, and that type of nonsense too, Zach, is the same amount of, why do people who just want to play Magic have to be bad at Magic or have to be playing worse decks? Like, this idea that, like, if you put money in to gamble, you're automatically a better player is nonsense. Just because you have money to like set on fire doesn't mean you're a good Magic player. Your skill doesn't automatically increase because you're willing to gamble more. It's not how it works. Yeah, everyone could tick rant off their bingo cards to that one for sure. Hopefully we can find a green Stompy deck or a mono red deck or a Boros deck to play against, because we've thoroughly crushed 2 control mirrors in a row. So I hope we can hit some of the opposite end of the spectrum here before we're done today. Sure, some people try harder when there's more on the line, but to imply that you have to be a better player if you're willing to gamble more is silly. Also, even in competitive leagues, like Magic Online is something people play while distracted constantly. I think I want a Disinformation Campaign this turn before they have a chance to slam something big. I'm so happy that I can rearrange the order of the cards in my hand in this game. The fact that you can't do that on Hearthstone really annoys me. There's no matchmaking on Magic Online. Arena matchmaking's not good. Magic Online has zero matchmaking. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. They discarded Assassin's Trophy. Do I Ritual of Soot here and just kill this? I could just deadweight this, honestly. I'm just gonna deadweight this. I want to flick my cards. I want to sit here. I want to sit here with my cards and go like this, chat. It's really, this is basically all I want to do in life. Just, yeah, just, get a little ASR in there. What is that? Is that the acronym? Just sit there and flip through those real quick. You think paper is harder than Magic Online? I think playing in paper is infinitely easier than Magic Online because there's no distractions. I make a ton of mistakes while playing on Magic Online, not even just when I'm streaming, but like most people while playing Magic Online, even if they're not streaming, are doing other things while they do it, right? You can't misclick in paper, but you can forget triggers. There's things in paper that happen in paper that don't happen on Magic Online. Correct, yeah, that's exactly it. I've put money into Magic Online and I have to validate that. Or I've spent money to travel to this thing and I have to validate my decision to do that. It's just like, well... I think I just Ritual of Soot now, right? I think three idiots is enough. I've got a couple of Doomblades in my hand. You click on this. You click on the untap, upkeep, draw stop. Yeah, get him. Blasted. Gengar MTG Arena doesn't give me a way to include a sideboard nicely. Full decklist will always be included under the YouTube videos. Well, it's a good thing I have a sweeper to deal with their hexproof creature for this incredibly interactive game of Magic that my opponent and I are playing. I can just draw my Soot Demon that's a 6/6 and block this hexproof creature at least, because Magic's interactive through blocking and combat. No, I guess that doesn't work either. All right, I guess I'm dead in 3. I did want to play against the green deck. I did ask to play against the green deck. Stop it. Maybe this deck is supposed to play Detection Tower. Yeah, maybe you're supposed to play Detection Tower. I think Detection Tower seems fine. Especially if you're not playing creatures that can block that, you probably need some Detection Towers. I think I want Disdainful Stroke in this matchup. I don't think this is a Moment of Craving matchup. I guess maybe it is. This technically pulls it off the table, which is nice. I'm just gonna swap two Doom Whispers at my top end for a couple of those. Is Thief good? I don't think so. I mean, we have 2 Field of Runes. Like, these could just be Detection Towers. And we have Thought Erasure to, like, grab them proactively, too. Yeah, try me a couple Disinformation Campaigns for Moment of Craving seems fine. Maybe Blood Operative's okay, too. Blood Operative, like, races it a little bit. That's probably not good enough. Maybe it's better than Disinformation Campaign against an aggressive deck, though. It, like, gets caught up in a Ritual of Soot, but I guess it also goes back to our hand. You could run this on OS X using Wine, like I used to run it on Linux, but it does not have an official OS X client currently. Oh, yeah, we don't want to get Feroxed. Cut all the campaigns. All the campaigns need to go. I could see Fleshbag Marauder being okay, potentially. I'm going to keep this. We've got a good land count. If we hit a second, Discovery finds us a third, along with Thought Erasure. That stays there because this cast was Swamp Swamp. Yeah, whatever the Fleshbag Marauder is. I actually didn't have the installer freeze at all on me with the latest version of staging Waffle Soup. It fired right up and just worked right off the bat. Well, that is not the third land I was hoping to find. Wow, that's good. This card is really good with Discovery. That's a deck we need to build at some point. Discovery with 4 Blood Operative sounds absurd. Like, we just cast 2 mana Divination. I should take this one, right? This is the winner. This is the one I want to take. Birch, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome to Hopelandia. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Hey, Andy Plays TV. Thank you very much for the brand new sub there. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month. I appreciate it. So, by not playing the Ritual of Soot, I'm kind of keeping the Steel Leaf Champion in their hand, which I think is preferred. Like, they're not going to play the... And because Ritual of Soot is a controlled sweeper, I get to go ahead and, like, play this Doom Whisper out and keep advancing my board while my opponent doesn't play their bigger threats out. Maybe I shouldn't have boarded this out. This thing's a big boy. I'm going to cut some Sabotages on the draw, I think. They get pretty worse on the draw. We just get to, like, race here. Yeah, Blood Operative seems really awesome. It's all about striking a balance, Benny. Oh, they also just can't cast this, right? Because they have basic swamp. I'm dumb. They only have 1 creature in their bin. I'm just gonna let that resolve. The Chupacabra! All right, all right. Yeah, I do random login name. I was surprised not only at the potential demand for standard content from subscribers, but also the amount of people that said they would prefer Arena, which is awesome because I prefer Arena too. We break 1K with some consistency. It's nice to see it for Arena too, though. It'll be interesting to see how the YouTube videos go for the next day or two. Yeah, getting cards for free on Magic Online is like the only reason I can think of to play Standard on Magic Online over Arena. But like, I can do that even, and I'm still willing to put money into this. Like, it's like, it feels so much smoother. Like, there's no, we've been playing for 6 hours and the client's not lagging. It doesn't, you know, it's just, this is the Magic video game we've been waiting for 2 decades. Can I have a timeout, please? Of course, Toxic Flames. Thank you for the biddies. I love to dance for them. This probably isn't good enough, right? Yeah, the fact that I can play on demand and not be in for an entire league is also great, especially for what I do here. The flexibility is really awesome. Spider Monkey, thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub there. I appreciate that. Welcome. This is the best arena content I've seen. I try. I appreciate the kind words. So I'm actually going to play Swamp here rather than Memorial to Folly because I want to cast down their 3-drop and then untap and play Blood Operative here. That's a great draw. It means I can kill this turn if I want. I kind of want a Thought Erasure here. I guess if I kill it, I can start racing. Oh, this isn't. I actually can't kill it. This is. I was thinking this was cast down. It's not. See the take Steel Leaf. Can't cast that one. I can't cast these 2 yet. Like, this Blood Operative, like, kind of races this, right? They drew Swamp. That's unfortunate. Are they planning to, they're planning to trophy me? No, we're playing Standard Constructed right now. Oh, that was a mistake. Oh, that was a huge punt. I forgot Trophy gives me the land untapped. Oh, they can't trophy us. Oh, I forgot about this. I forgot that this is a thing. Thank you. Yeah, because they can't cast non-creature spells. And if they go to cast Duress, I then get to Contempt their Nullhide. Okay, this is good for us. Awesome. I forgot. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. This card is so well designed. I love the design of Nullhawks, Ferox. This is a card that has hexproof on it that isn't offensive, which is impressive because most hexproof cards are incredibly offensive. Honestly, I'm just hanging tight. I'm gonna let them activate their own card. We're racing this just fine. I don't think I want to shock this in. I don't have anything in my bin, right? No, I do not. Been following your content for 2 years now, and how you explain Arena makes me want to download it. I like that you explain yourself, whereas other Arena content is mostly stumbling and fumbling, and I mean no offense to the... Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of people that are streaming on Arena that just like, they're not Magic players, right? Like they've come from other games, and they don't have a background playing Magic, and they'll become good Magic players the more they play, I'm sure, but I've played a lot of Magic, to say the least. Oh, if I attacked, I could have picked this back up. I'm actually going to take their duress here. Surveil, discovery. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave that there. So the reason why I did this first is because I wanted to get rid of this and then just attack them so I could just keep racing here. So do I want to search for a basic land? If I decline the basic land, I get to keep the discovery, which gives me back my thing next turn, which is nice. So I'm gonna decline to search here. Yes, I can pay to get rid of Null Hide's Hexproof. That's why this card is really well designed. So either player can activate Null Hide loses all abilities. So I do this, and then I can Vraska's Contempt this, and they could play non-creature spells this turn. Yeah, this is sorcery. I'm using Contempt this turn. Otherwise, I'm dead. So next turn, we'll probably want a Discovery. Almost certainly. And then Discovery is going to let me get my Dork from my discard pile back to my hand in addition to drawing a card. I think I want either of these. I guess Moment of Craving teams up with Deadweight to kill most things here. And it gives me a little bit of health, which is ideal. And I think we're ahead here now. So, like, if we just, like, try not to die to Vinemare, this seems okay for us. I kind of feel like we want a couple of Fleshbag Marauders in the board with, like, how Vinemare feels. That's really good. Yep, yeah, there is both a best of 1 and a best of 3 ladder. We've been playing on the best of 3 ladder today. I guess I could just deadweight this. Yeah, maybe I'm just supposed to, maybe that's loose. I guess I'm actually keeping that there because I'm going to play that. They'll trophy me in response and then I'll cast this and get my thing back. The lifelink on this card has been really good. Why is Bloodfast Mag? I probably should have boarded that out in this matchup. Although I guess that's probably fine with my lifelinker. Yeah, maybe with the lifelinker I'm supposed to keep that. I'm just going to continue exiling creatures from their bin because they have a card that comes into play that fights flyers and gets more power. So, small hedge, but... yeah, Blood Operative has been very, very impressive. The fact that it doubles as Graveyard Hate too is really impressive. It's actually, I kind of want to play a list that just has like 4 operatives and a bunch of Rituals of Soot. Because like, if you kill your own operative with Ritual of Soot, you just like don't care. So, I think this sideboard has too many cards in it for the control matchup. We like really dunk on control decks. So I'm gonna cut these Thief of Sanities, and I'm gonna put this card called Sacrifice Plague Crafter. Enters play. Each player sacrifices a creature, planeswalker. Each player who can't discard cards. So I'm gonna put 2 of these in there to help against the Mare card. I think I'd rather play Plague Crafter. The black-green rock deck felt good. I think this deck maybe feels a little bit... this deck is sweeter. It draws a lot of cards, but black-green rock would be my other pick for the best deck we've played today. Grixis Control and black-green aggro both felt a little bit medium in different ways. As always, everything will be on YouTube after the fact. I think we're going to play one more match here, and then I'm going to call it for a day. We've been going for about 6.5 hours now already. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I will be back to playing Modern tomorrow on Excel. But we're going to be playing more Arena in the future for sure. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and Twitch for notification of when I go live and with what. Anytime you see me go live and it says Standard, we'll be playing Standard on Arena. That's the way to know. Yep, today was all Arena. We played Grixis Control, Black-Green Rock in Standard, Black-Green Aggro in Standard, and this Blue-Black Control deck. No, we played all Swamps today. I had Arena crash on me twice, but there's a chance that wasn't Arena's fault and it's a wine issue. I am playing on Linux using wine, which is not a supported configuration. But as you can see here, for the most part, it pretty much just runs fine. It crashes on Windows too. All right. I think my opponent is conceding. Yeah, if I could play Modern on Magic Arena, I would play Modern on here rather than Magic Online. Also, in case you weren't here earlier when I said it, if you're one of my regulars or just a Magic player who dipped into Arena for the first time and watching my stream has encouraged you to try Arena, if you use Twitter, you should tag Wizards, the Arena account, and myself, letting them know that my stream's the reason you decided to start playing Arena. Just, you know, let them know that their advertising dollars were well spent here, that they should consider sending more this way in the future. You know, you don't need to be a Hearthstone streamer to sell people on Arena. What is the difference between Modern and Standard? So Modern is a non-rotating format that currently contains like the last 15 years worth of cards or so. And the card pool in Modern just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. That opponent conceded the first game without doing anything, so they probably just had somewhere to go. Also, anybody who does know me, you should probably understand that the fact that I gave Wizards of the fact that I have given Wizards of the Coast their own money back so I can play Standard on here should alone speak volumes to you of what I think of this application. gave their money back. So I had two sponsored segments off the Twitch bounty board where Wizards of the Coast. So all these other people that are streaming Arena that don't normally stream Magic at all, they're not doing it out of kindness of their heart. The Twitch has a bulletin board where developers post their games and offer to pay people to stream their games. So yesterday's hour of Arena, I was paid for by Wizards of the Coast, as are many of these people who are streaming. Paid a good chunk of money. Thanks, Weasels. I appreciate that. Is this the mono blue tempo deck we played against before? Thought Erasure is great. I really like this card. I think this card is just like the fact that it provides you selection to blue red. Okay, so they're short on red mana. Okay, so I have a dead weight for this. What does this do? When you cast an instant spell, target it, you copy that spell, it copies the chosen targets. A bunch of I only have one Doomblade in my hand right now. So I'm gonna take the Electromancer. I do not need another land. It's funny. I was just thinking the other night, it's gonna be interesting to see if any of the people like Savitz is a really prominent Hearthstone streamer who's been streaming Arena, and he said he's probably going to stick to streaming Arena until Artifact comes out. So it's going to be interesting how many people that end up dipping into Arena stay once Artifact releases. This is really terrifying. I guess I have a Doom Whisperer coming down here at some point. There's a Contempt, perfect. Artifact is rumored to be releasing an open beta on October 12th. It'll be streamable at that point, and a little bird told me that people who are already in the Artifact beta, the closed beta now, are going to get a chance to stream it before it releases to the public. Sure, yeah, he's definitely burnt out on Hearthstone, but like, does he actually like Arena, or would he prefer to play Artifact is my question. Anybody who's an extremely competitive player is going to be pretty biased towards playing Artifact, because Valve is going to support competitive play on Artifact in a way no other card game's ever been supported. I am not in the Artifact beta now. Yeah, and honestly, I wonder how successful a competitive focused card game is going to be for them. As somebody who's done both the competitive and the more casual side to Magic now, card games are a niche, and competitive inside of card games is like a niche within a niche. So it'll be impressive to see if they can soak the competitive stuff out of all the other games and be successful at it. This is not a bounty stream again. The bounty stream yesterday convinced me that I really liked Arena, and I've bought into a bunch of standard decks on Arena, so the standard portions of this stream will be done in Arena moving forward. I think I want Sabotage. I probably just want most of these. I just like don't want to bottom any of these. I already have a Sabotage in my hand, so I'd like to draw land and Contempt next turn. I already have a land too, though. I guess I could have been the island. I need to pick up my Disinformation Campaign. I assume they're going to Wizard Lightning to kill this. Yeah, the viewer numbers have been great today. I'm going to be interested to see how the numbers look on YouTube over the course of the next week. Sure. There's a deadweight on top of my deck, right? And it reminds me what's on top of my deck. That's so good. Wait, they struck my dome? That's aggressive. We added a couple copies of the Fleshbag Marauder to the sideboard, but that's about it. You could possibly that more of the agent card that life gains is decent in the board, but I'd want to play more games before I figured out what to cut. I am extremely cautious of anybody's opinion on Artifact who's a content creator, because basically anybody who makes content right now, and this includes me in what I'm about to say, people see a potential for like Artifact to make them lots of money if it takes off, right? So anybody who makes content is going to be extremely biased when it comes to Artifact, because they don't want to say something bad about the game and then have it be huge and have missed out because they were negative about it. So I would definitely recommend waiting and seeing and like tempering your expectations based on what anybody has said publicly. I'm optimistic. Valve makes a lot of really good games, and Garfield, you know, helped design and create Magic, so there's two really big names there. But anything that you've heard so far from people in the closed beta, I would take with a huge grain of salt. Especially, and honestly, probably take competitive players with more of a grain of salt than just content makers, because competitive players who just want to play games for money, they want Artifact. They're going to play Artifact even if it's not good, right? Because they just want to like play a game for money, and like Artifact's going to let them win prizes they could never win in other games before. From a content perspective, Artifact looks like it's going to be very difficult to engage with and stream because of how the lane system is set up and how many boards you see at the same time. So, Garfield has made a lot of bad games. He also came up with the very ridiculous distribution model that Keyforge has, which is just stupid. I'm just going to call it what it is. It's stupid. What exactly is it that is attractive towards battle? The first Artifact tournament in 2019 is going to have a $1 million first place prize. In the 25 years that Magic the Gathering has been having competitive tournaments, the top earner in Magic the Gathering from the entire span of playing tournaments has currently made less than $500,000 playing in tournaments. Just for some perspective. Yes, they are going to take piles of money and throw it at their game. Outro, your catch is right at the tail end. I think this might be last. We'll see how long this is. If this goes fast, I'll make you up one more. I probably want both of these, actually. Yeah, I'm just going to keep both of these, actually. I'll go tap land into discard spell next turn. $1 million, where do I sign up? Exactly, Pandays. Basically, Gaben wants to throw his esports stick on the table and be like, this is what I got. Come and get it. You know you want it. All right, I'm looking for a threat at this point. So we're going to bin that extra land. I think our numbers today on average have been better than most Moto days. So I can play this. I can just jam the Chupacabra into play here. It's the Chupacabra! Give him the stinker. Give him the stinker. Get him. Ugh. I don't know. Honestly, I'm at a point in my life where, you know, I understand how much variance these card games have, and I'd much rather just play sweet card games and make content here. Even when you're really good at games, like, there's no guarantee you're gonna make money at the end of the day. I'd much rather just focus on playing games that are fun, and if I can make content doing that, that's where I'm at. So if Artifact is fun, maybe we'll stream a little bit of it, and if I don't find it fun, we won't stream it. We'll just focus on Magic, because Magic is great, and Arena is really awesome. The most successful standard day in a while. So I'm actually going to play the Swamp here, because we can crack this Memorial to Genius at the end of their turn if they don't give us anything to counterspell. Sweet, I get to hold up double Sabotage here. Ooh, that's a Blood Operative. This card's been really... Even if this gets ionized, like, the next time we Sabotage something, we get to pick it back up. Yep, yeah, everything will be on YouTube as always. Decklist will be in the video description, so the only thing that's different between this and the normal streams is these are done on Arena. All the details surrounding things going on my YouTube channel and Decklist in the description, those are all gonna remain the same. That's great. I am going to keep that one right there. I think the Memorial Lands are great. I've liked them a lot. Pretty much every control deck I've been playing has a blue or black Memorial Land in it. I think this deck actually has a couple of each. This is the only deck today I didn't build. We took it off of a Moto deck dump, so I'm not 100% on what's contained in this list. Yeah, basically Gabriel Paints. That's basically it is basically FU money. Probably before next fall, I'd imagine. The UI is incredibly smooth on this game. The interface is super elegant. And whenever I get crashes, it always happens at the end of a match. And again, I don't know. So you can see here, this has a little wine bottle icon. I'm streaming on Linux using wine. So I don't know if this crash is a normal Arena crash or if it's happening because I'm running on an unsupported operating system. But I was thinking about ending after we finish this deck anyways. So that's a good clean sign to be done. I'd like to thank everyone for hanging out today. We played we played Grixis Control. We played a green-black mid-range deck, and we played a green-black aggro deck. All of these are going to be up on my YouTube channel momentarily. And I will be back again tomorrow with some Modern on Magic Online. And then Thursday, I might do Standard, might do Modern. Maybe I'll break what I said and split it up, because Kent's going to be here. So Kent, I think, wanted to play a little bit of Standard before the team tournament this weekend. So it will be, I'll be back this weekend. Hey, Nidorita, thank you very much for the brand new sub support. Thanks for keeping me employed here. No, I'm playing on a Linux computer. It's probably a wine thing. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a wine thing, but it happens infrequently enough, and I hate Windows, so I probably will just continue doing it on here. Gives me a chance to chill anyways. And as always, quick chill for the sponsors. Cool Stuff, BCW, Lisa. These folks are great. Cardsphere, Inked Gaming, and of course all my wonderful subs in the banner at the bottom. They are wonderful, and we'll catch all of y'all on tomorrow. Have a good one.